Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a world where history, rarity, and extraordinary value collide as we explore 6 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever discovered. From legendary gold pieces struck in the 19th century to modern condition rarities that stunned the auction world, these coins are far more than currency. They are tangible pieces of American history, each with a story that has captivated collectors for generations. The 1971 D United States 5-cent coin, more commonly known as the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel, stands as one of the most intriguing modern issues for advanced collectors when found in exceptional condition. Struck at the Denver Mint, this seemingly ordinary circulation coin becomes extraordinary at the highest certified grades, where pristine surfaces and sharp details transform it into a premium collectible. While millions were produced for everyday commerce, only a tiny fraction survived in superb gem condition, making top-graded examples the most expensive and valuable representatives of this issue. For numismatists focused on modern coinage, the 1971 D nickel represents a compelling blend of accessibility and elite rarity, with market demand driven not by age alone but by quality, eye appeal, and scarcity in flawless states of preservation. Historically, the 1971 D nickel belongs to the long-running Jefferson Nickel series that began in 1938. By 1971, the United States was undergoing significant economic and cultural shifts, including the final years of the Bretton Woods monetary system and increasing inflationary pressures that would reshape American coinage in the decade ahead. The nickel retained its traditional composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a standard maintained since the end of the wartime silver alloy issues of 1940 to 1945. Unlike commemorative coins that celebrate specific individuals or events, the 1971 D issue continued the enduring tribute to Thomas Jefferson, reflecting the nation's respect for one of its founding fathers. Though no major design change occurred in 1971, the coin's place within the broader Jefferson series makes it an essential date for collectors assembling complete date and mintmark sets. The design of the 1971 D nickel follows the classic portrait introduced in 1938. The obverse features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, originally designed by Felix Schlag, whose work won a national competition. The reverse depicts Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, rendered in a balanced, symmetrical architectural style. On the 1971 D issue, the small d mintmark appears to the right of Monticello on the reverse, signifying its Denver origin. The coin measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5 grams, with a plain edge. While these specifications are standard, what sets high-grade examples apart is the sharpness of Monticello's steps and the clarity of Jefferson's hair details. In fully struck full-step specimens, where the steps of Monticello are distinctly separated, the coin exhibits a level of detail that significantly enhances both visual appeal and market desirability. In terms of rarity, the 1971 D nickel is not scarce in circulated grades, as over 300 million pieces were minted. However, the vast majority entered circulation immediately and suffered contact marks, weak strikes, or dull luster. Truly rare are examples graded MS66 or higher, particularly those certified with the coveted full steps designation by leading grading services. Strike quality at the Denver Mint in 1971 was inconsistent, making sharply detailed examples elusive. As a result, the population of coins graded MS67 full steps is extremely small relative to total mintage, and these top-tier specimens command strong premiums. This phenomenon illustrates a modern numismatic principle. Condition rarity can far outweigh absolute mintage figures when determining a coin's true scarcity in the collector market. Market value for the 1971 D nickel varies dramatically depending on condition. In circulated grades, the coin typically trades for face value or slightly above, reflecting its common status. In uncirculated condition, MS63 to MS65 examples generally range from $5 to $25, depending on luster and strike. However, in MS66 condition with full steps, prices can climb into the $150 to $400 range. The most exceptional examples graded MS67 full steps have realized prices exceeding $1,000 at major auctions, particularly when eye appeal is exceptional and population reports confirm extreme scarcity. These high-end results underscore how registry-set competition and demand for finest known specimens continue to elevate values for superb modern nickels. For collectors seeking the most valuable 1971D nickel, careful evaluation is essential. Strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharply defined Monticello steps are key indicators of premium quality. Because subtle differences in strike and preservation can dramatically influence value, third-party certification from respected grading services is strongly recommended. Encapsulation not only authenticates the coin, but also protects it from environmental damage, which is especially important for copper-nickel alloys prone to spotting and tunning. Prospective buyers should consult auction archives, population reports, and reputable dealers to gauge fair market pricing, and patience is often rewarded when searching for high-grade full steps examples. In conclusion, the 1971D Jefferson nickel exemplifies how a modern circulation coin can achieve remarkable value through condition rarity and collector demand. While common in everyday grades, its finest survivors represent the pinnacle of quality within the Jefferson series, combining historical continuity, classical design, and technical excellence. Its appeal lies not in age or precious metal content, but in the pursuit of perfection, a hallmark of advanced numismatics. For both new and seasoned collectors, the 1971D nickel offers an accessible entry point with the potential for significant appreciation at the highest levels, securing its place as the most expensive and valuable expression of the 1971D 5-cent issue in today's market. Next up in the 1984D United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the 1984D Jefferson nickel, holds a distinctive place in modern American numismatics, especially for collectors who appreciate condition rarities and subtle varieties. Struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark, this coin at first glance appears to be a standard circulation issue. However, in the world of coin collecting, even seemingly ordinary issues can achieve remarkable value when preserved in exceptional condition. The most expensive and valuable examples of the 1984D nickel are not ordinary pocket change pieces, but superbly graded specimens that exhibit pristine surfaces, full strike detail, and exceptional eye appeal. Today, high-grade examples certified by leading grading services are highly sought after, and demand remains steady among collectors building top-tier Jefferson nickel registry sets. Historically, the 1984D nickel was produced during a period of economic recovery in the United States under the presidency of Ronald Reagan. The coin is part of the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse features Jefferson's portrait, while the reverse design used in 1984 depicts his Virginia estate, Monticello. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of nickels that year to meet circulation demands, making the coin common in worn grades. Yet within that large mintage lies the foundation for its numismatic intrigue, as only a small fraction were preserved in near-perfect condition, elevating the finest survivors to elite status among modern coin issues. In terms of design, the 1984D Jefferson nickel follows the classic layout created by sculptor Felix Schlag. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of Jefferson with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1984. The reverse showcases Monticello in detailed architectural form, along with the inscriptions EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and 5 cents. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. What distinguishes the most valuable examples is the sharpness of the strike, especially the steps of Monticello. Collectors pay particular attention to full steps specimens, where the horizontal lines at the base of Monticello are clearly defined and uninterrupted, a feature that significantly enhances both visual appeal and market value. Rarity for the 1984 D nickel is not about low mintage, but about conditional scarcity. With a production exceeding 700 million pieces, circulated examples remain extremely common and worth only face value. However, coins grading at MS66 and above, especially those designated as MS67 or higher with full steps, become dramatically scarcer. Minor contact marks, weak strikes, and handling during bulk minting limited the number of flawless pieces entering the market. As a result, superb gem examples certified by professional grading services are relatively rare, and registry-set competitors actively pursue them. The importance of condition cannot be overstated. Even a small difference in grade can translate into a significant jump in value, demonstrating how scarcity in top grades drives collector demand. Market value for the 1984 D nickel varies widely depending on grade and designation. Circulated coins generally trade for 5 cents, while uncirculated examples in MS63 to MS65 may sell for a few dollars. The real premiums emerge in higher grades. MS66 coins can command $20 to $40, while MS67 examples often range from $150 to $400, depending on eye appeal and market timing. The most valuable pieces are MS67 full steps or better, which have achieved auction prices exceeding $1,000 in strong markets. These results are supported by competitive bidding among registry collectors who seek the finest known examples. Although not every 1984 D nickel will reach such heights, the coin's performance in top condition demonstrates how modern issues can attain significant value when rarity intersects with demand. For collectors interested in acquiring a high-value 1984 D nickel, careful inspection is essential. Look for strong strike detail on Jefferson's hair and crisp definition on the steps of Monticello. Avoid coins with visible nicks, dull luster, or weakly struck reverses if pursuing a premium example. Certification by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC provides authentication and an objective assessment of condition, which is especially important when investing in high-grade specimens. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and protective holders helps preserve luster and prevent tunning or surface damage. Acquiring coins through reputable dealers, established auction houses, or respected numismatic communities increases the likelihood of obtaining accurately graded examples at fair market prices. In conclusion, the 1984 D Jefferson nickel exemplifies how a modern circulation coin can transform into a prized collectible when preserved in extraordinary condition. Its historical roots in the enduring Jefferson Nickel series, its classic design featuring Thomas Jefferson and Monticello, and its conditional rarity in superb grades combine to create genuine numismatic appeal. While most examples remain modest in value, the finest certified specimens demonstrate strong market performance and sustained collector interest. For both new enthusiasts and experienced numismatists, the 1984 D nickel offers an accessible yet potentially rewarding pursuit, embodying the balance of history, artistry, and investment potential that defines modern American coin collecting. Next up in the 1986 D United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the 1986 D Jefferson nickel, represents a fascinating chapter in modern American numismatics, particularly for collectors who appreciate high-grade contemporary issues. Struck at the United States Mint facility in Denver, this coin may at first appear to be a routine circulation strike. Yet, in exceptional condition, it has proven to be one of the most valuable nickels of its year. While millions were produced for everyday commerce, only a tiny fraction survive in pristine mint state grades, and it is within this upper echelon of preservation that the 1986 D nickel commands impressive prices. For numismatists who focus on registry sets or condition rarities, this issue has become highly sought after, not because of a low mintage, but because of the extreme difficulty in locating superbly struck, fully lustrous examples free from marks and abrasions. The historical context of the 1986 D nickel places it firmly within the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, first introduced in 1938 to honor President Thomas Jefferson. By 1986, the United States was in a period of economic expansion during the presidency of Ronald Reagan, and coin production focused heavily on meeting the demands of circulation rather than producing coins with exceptional strike quality. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of nickels that year, ensuring widespread availability in everyday transactions. Unlike commemorative or low mintage issues, the 1986 D nickel was not created to mark a specific anniversary or event, but rather to continue the steady legacy of the Jefferson series, which had by then become one of the most recognizable and enduring coin designs in American history. In terms of unique features, the 1986 D nickel retains the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, a left-facing profile originally designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, rendered in a dignified and symmetrical architectural style. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and weighs 5 grams, with a plain edge. While these specifications are standard for the series, what distinguishes premium 1986 D examples is the sharpness of the strike, especially on Jefferson's hair details and the steps of Monticello. Collectors pay particular attention to the full steps designation, awarded by grading services to coins that display uninterrupted detail across the steps of Monticello, a feature that dramatically increases desirability and value. Rarity for the 1986 D nickel is not defined by overall mintage, which exceeded 600 million pieces, but rather by condition scarcity. The vast majority of these coins entered circulation and experienced heavy contact marks due to the hardness of the nickel alloy and the mass production methods of the time. As a result, gem-quality examples graded MS66 and above are significantly scarcer than raw mintage figures would suggest. Coins certified as MS67 with full steps are particularly rare, and population reports from major grading services reveal only a limited number achieving such lofty grades. This sharp decline in availability at the highest levels of preservation creates a classic condition rarity scenario, fueling strong demand among registry set competitors who seek the finest known examples. Market value for the 1986 D nickel varies dramatically depending on grade and eye appeal. Circulated examples typically trade for face value or a modest premium of a few cents, reflecting their abundance. However, uncirculated specimens in MS65 condition may command between $5 and $15, depending on luster and strike quality. In MS66, values often range from $20 to $50, while MS67 examples with strong eye appeal can bring several $100s at auction. The most exceptional pieces, particularly those certified MS67 full steps, have realized prices in the range of $1,000 to $2,000 in competitive bidding environments. These results underscore how condition and strike quality transform an otherwise common coin into a highly prized collectible. With value driven by rarity at the top end of the grading spectrum, rather than by age alone. For collectors seeking to acquire a valuable 1986D nickel, careful attention to detail is essential. High-quality examples should exhibit strong, uninterrupted luster, minimal contact marks on Jefferson's cheek and jawline, and clearly defined steps on Monticello. Because subtle differences in strike and preservation can mean the difference between a modest premium and a four-figure valuation, certification by reputable third-party grading services is strongly recommended. Proper storage in inert holders or certified slabs will protect the coin's surfaces from environmental damage and preserve its grade. Collectors may find promising examples through reputable coin dealers, major auction houses, or even original bank rolls, though patience and a discerning eye are crucial when searching for top-tier specimens. In conclusion, the 1986D Jefferson nickel stands as a compelling example of how modern coins can achieve significant value through condition rarity and collector demand. While it lacks the historical drama of early American coinage, its connection to the enduring Jefferson series, its classic design by Felix Schlag, and its challenging strike characteristics give it a respected place in contemporary numismatics. For both novice collectors assembling date-hand mint sets and advanced enthusiasts competing in registry rankings, the finest 1986D nickels offer a blend of historical continuity, aesthetic appeal, and tangible investment potential. As interest in high-grade modern coinage continues to grow, this unassuming 5-cent piece remains a testament to the principle that rarity is often defined not by how many were made, but by how few survive in truly exceptional condition. Next up in the most valuable and expensive United States 5-cent coin from the year 1990 with the Denver Mint mark is the 1990D Jefferson nickel found in exceptionally high-grade condition, particularly those certified as mint state with full steps on Monticello. At first glance, a 1990D nickel may seem like an ordinary modern coin, yet within the world of numismatics it holds a quiet but compelling appeal, especially for collectors who specialize in condition rarity rather than age. Its importance lies not in scarcity of production, but in the difficulty of finding examples struck with extraordinary precision and preserved in nearly flawless condition. High-grade specimens have become increasingly sought after today because they represent the very best survivors of a mass-produced coinage era, and demand for registry-quality, modern coins has pushed their market values far beyond face value. The historical context of the 1990D Jefferson nickel places it firmly within the long-running Jefferson Nickel series that began in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1990, the Jefferson design had already become a familiar symbol of American coinage, circulating widely during a period marked by economic growth, technological advancement, and the final years of the Cold War. The coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most productive U.S. mint facilities, which struck hundreds of millions of nickels that year to meet everyday commerce needs. While the coin does not commemorate a specific event, it reflects the continuity and stability of U.S. currency during the late 20th century, making it an interesting artifact of modern American history. In terms of unique features, the 1990D Jefferson nickel carries the classic Felix Schlag design, with a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, standard for the series. What makes this coin particularly special to collectors is not a change in design, but the quality of the strike. On the reverse, Monticello's steps are notoriously difficult to strike fully, and coins displaying 5 or 6 sharply defined steps, known as full steps, are rare. In high-grade examples, the surfaces appear satiny or lightly lustrous, with minimal contact marks and crisp detail that elevates the coin from ordinary to exceptional. rarity and condition play the most significant role in determining the value of the 1990 nickel. While millions were minted, very few survived in pristine mint state condition with full steps, as most entered circulation or suffered bag marks during storage and transport. Coins graded MS67 or higher by major grading services such as PCGS or NGC are considered condition rarities, and full steps designation further narrows the population. This scarcity in top condition drives intense competition among collectors, particularly those building high-ranking registry sets, where even a single grade point can dramatically increase desirability and value. The market value of the most expensive 1990 Jefferson Nickels reflects this condition-based scarcity. Circulated examples are typically worth only face value, and even standard uncirculated coins may sell for just a few dollars. However, a 1990 nickel graded MS67 with full steps can command prices ranging from several $100s to over $1,000, depending on eye appeal and market demand. In some documented auction results, exceptionally well-preserved specimens have approached or exceeded the $1,000 mark, making them among the most valuable modern Jefferson Nickels of their year. These prices are driven by limited certified populations, strong registry competition, and a growing appreciation for modern condition rarities. For collectors interested in acquiring a valuable 1990 nickel, careful attention to detail is essential. Identifying true full steps requires magnification and experience, as weakly struck steps or surface marks can disqualify a coin from the designation. Certification by a reputable grading service is highly recommended, as it provides authentication, accurate grading, and market confidence. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments, using inert holders, helps preserve the coin's surfaces and luster. Collectors are best served by purchasing through established dealers, major auctions, or trusted numismatic communities, where provenance and grading accuracy are more reliable. In conclusion, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel stands as a fascinating example of how modern coins can achieve significant value through exceptional condition rather than age or low mintage. Its historical continuity within the Jefferson series, combined with the technical challenge of finding sharply struck full steps examples, gives it lasting appeal among collectors. For both new enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists, this coin represents an intersection of history, artistry, and investment potential, proving that even a seemingly ordinary 5-cent piece can become a prized treasure when preserved at the highest level.